So today we're going to take a look here on what is stronger. Is it a non-shadow team or is it the same Pokemon as a shadow team? This is what we're going to have here in today's Versus series for the Open Great League. We're going to have a team here with the Talonflame, the Primeape Stays Up, and the Malamar in the back. And to be fair, those battles have been quite a while ago, so I'm not too sure even on how they are gonna go here today. So let's take a look here. We're going to start off with the non-shadow team. We're going to have the Talonflame in the lead against the Marowak. As they swap out into the gels, and we can try to retaliate with our own Malamar, which generally has a very solid matchup. And as we have the non-shadow, we can even take a Shadow Ball, which is kind of fine for us, and we can go for a foul play. In this case, actually being a non-shadow is quite nice because taking that damage is really good. And we are still kind of in an awkward position. I think I gave them a free fast move here, and we will see the serve coming in now from the opponent, as we should be able to still get to another foul play, but I'm not too sure if we're going to reach another one afterwards, so that's going to be a bit interesting. The opponent decides to use a shield, but they stop out as well, and I'm not able to get to another move, which kind of is a bit annoying, especially as I play this out like this. I know that a fly is not going to be enough as well as the non-shadow version, but now the fly should be enough. I have a fly still stored then for the Jellicent as well, which could be kind of nice for me because it should be enough to knock them out as well from this range. I don't go for the move here straight away. I don't know what I'm doing here. This is not how I guess it would have still not done enough damage, but it still would have been better than doing no damage, so that's not ideal. I can still go for a charge move here with my non-shadow Primeape, trying to boost my own attack up, but still not enough, so I definitely misplayed this battle quite a bit. I'm curious on if this is going to still be okay, I don't know if a +1 close combat would have won me the battle if I played it a bit differently. I actually want to check that real quick on the side. Okay, we have a really tough matchup as well for the shadow version of this team. We have here, by the way, as well, which you see on the right side, a very interesting IV spread for the Malamar. We're going to have a high attack stat this time around, and yeah, just generally speaking, this kind of helps it out to have a little bit more breakpoints, which is kind of interesting. But as you guys see here, that's going to be the Talonflame up against us now. They're going to be able to farm us down. We have to go into our own Talonflame, kind of. We can take a hit from the opponent as well, which is fine. And they got the... Never mind, they actually get the Brave Bird up against us, so we cannot take the hit. They go back into that as wireless. We have to go for the Rages and try to go for the full farm down in order to get energy up against the opponent's Talonflame in order to have a chance of winning this battle. I have to take as much energy as possible. They still get to another move, but we still might be actually fine here. The only way we are actually fine is if I, get off the Rage Fist now, and if they are not going to be able to get to another charge move in time. Let's see. They let the move go, and we win the first battle with the Shadow team. The Shadow team is currently winning. 0-1, Shadow is currently winning this battle so far, but there are a lot more battles to go. Now we're going to have the Florges here up against us next with the non-Shadow team. Very awkward lead, especially for the team that's actually a core breaker for the entire team, which is quite interesting that this Pokemon is... It's quite tough, like, isn't it? Like, it's quite tough to see here, in this case, basically the Pokemon that is the worst I could imagine for this team. We gotta get out the Dusknoir, but again, here, Malamar is actually quite nice to be non-shadow, because now I should be able to take a hit. And this is something that usually is very interesting, because, like, all of those Pokemon have play in both of those forms, in shadow as well as non-shadow. But depending on which scenario we're in, it's actually quite significant towards on what is better, like if the fast move pressure is going to be more important or if you're taking the move is a bit more important. And let's take a look here if we're going to be able to get a win back here with the non-shadow team. We're going to have here, of course, still the horrible matchup against the Florges. This is not going to be able to knock them out. And if we would have been in the shadow, for example, here, we would have knocked them out there if we had the Shadow Primeape without really any drawback. Now, it's going to be a Charger Bug in the back. This is going to be very tough. I would be forced to kind of catch a move here in order to have a chance of winning this battle. But we will see, there's no way of actually doing that. The opponent is going to be able to knock me out as well again here. And so the non-shadow team, again, is performing a bit worse. And I would actually say, in this case, if I was a shadow version, I think I had a way better time here. But facing off here again, a very, very tough lead for us as well. With the shadow version, we're going to have the Stunfisk against us, and in comes here now the Dusknoir. This Pokemon is going to be a bit tough for us to deal with as well, but we're going to be able to go for the Rage Fist spam at least, which is fine. This is going to allow us to get both shields from the opponent, and now we're shields up, and we're kind of going to be forced to go. In which Pokemon do we actually go now? Do we go into Malamar? Do we go into the Talonflame? This is Yeah, this is kind of interesting here. The Shadow Punch is coming through, and we're going to try our best to just still get to another move. But in order to do that, we would need to shield up some more hits here. As the opponent goes and stops out into the Stunfisk, we're going to get some damage off against them, which is cool, with a Flame Charge. And now it's all down to the Shadow Melamar in order to win this battle. As we will see, we are going to have here the no shield coming through. This is fine. This is going to be okay. We have no... Okay, we're going to have the shield now coming up afterwards. We have to kind of overfarm by a little bit here. By this point, I could have maybe even just went for the move, send it, and try to hope for the best. But at least now we have the charge move stored against the opponent's Dusknoir, which could help us out later on as well. But let's see what the opponent going to decide to do here. They decide to go ahead and go into their Corviknight, which means we are kind of... Oh, wait. We have still a chance here. We can go for the Superpower. Superpower does a tiny bit more damage. And if I get a bit more damage off with my Talonflame, I should be fine here. I get the Incinerate through. This is all that I need. I think the Superpower is now enough. And such an unlikely game is going to be actually a win for us. So with the 1 HP in a Dream, Melamar is taking back this game, which looked really, unwinnable here basically for most of the time. That was amazing. Well, let's take a look here. Okay, that is going to be a bit tough. Okay, free win here for the non-shadow team. I do an extra battle later with a non-shadow team because I didn't really like that one too much. I don't know if I should count it. I will count it for now. It's a win for the non-shadow team, but that of course is like a free win there basically, which is just something I don't have control over, of course. But yeah, as you guys see here, the opponent is going to have the Ampharos. The Ampharos is going to be up against our what's called here, our Primeape, of course. And we have Close Combat. Close Combat would knock them out straight away. There's no doubt about this. And this is going to be fine here, but the opponent decides to use a shield anyway. And we are forced to go into our Melamar now, which has to take a hit. Do we let the move go here? I think we have to kind of let the move go. It's going to be the Brutal Swing, and we try our best to get the Founder done, but as you see, they would do enough damage here to knock me out. And so we're forced to go for the foul play and knock them out instead. But in the back, it's going to be Spidops, which actually is totally fine here. They stop out into the Vigoroth, and we have to kind of boost ourselves up here by going for the Flame Charge. We knock them out, and now we can go for the Double Fly against Spidops. And the Shadow Team, again, is going to be able to win this battle for us because they have no chance of winning this against us. We have a Fly Nose stored, we have the boost onto us, and we are absolutely going to be fine here at winning this battle. This is going to be enough here now to knock them out, and we can move on. And again, the Shadow Team is performing quite a bit better so far. Okay, non-Shadow against this Pokemon here, against the Bastion. I actually go to my Melamar, because Melamar is the worst answer towards it. And then go to the Jumpluff, which I'm now actually quite happy that I went to my Melamar, because, we don't have the Ice Punch for the Jumpluff basically on our Primeape, so it's better to be in this position that we're currently in here. And as we'll see, the foul play is still going to chunk away a little bit. I still should be even able to take a hit, unless they're running, I think it learns Dazzling Gleam. Unless they're running that, which nobody's doing right now. We should be able to get to the move, and we do get to the another move here, which now allows us to get the shield from the opponent. We can go ahead and go for a charge move, the fast moves here. I think we might even be able to fully farm them down. Acrobatics, we go into no shield because I know I need to keep my shields for my Primeape. This is the main reason. This is why I keep my shields here and gotta go for my shields here as well, because that's the only way of really playing this one out. As we now try our best to go for the double close combat against the opponent. This is going to be huge. This is going to allow us to knock them out here. I need to still try to go for a Rage Twist against the Jumpluff, I think. I have 2 moves stored now, which is amazing for me as well. So we can just play this out here, knock them out. And then comes here now the Sableye in the back. I have a boosted, Rage Twist coming through their way. So let's see if this is going to work out for me. This is going to do some solid damage. I get the final shield from the opponent here. But I will still need to knock them out with a charge move of my Talonflame, which I will be able to do. So actually the non-shadow team here really performed well in this battle, even though we had the worst possible lead in the Bastion. Pangoro on the lead is going to be amazing for the Shadow version, and here in comes the Empoleon. I gonna try to retaliate with my Primeape. Primeape should be able to go for a Rage Twist and knock them out after this Drill Peck being shielded, but we go actually straight for it. I could have went for definitely 1 or 2 more extra fast moves, and it's a bit of a mistake here, but they shield up anyway, so it doesn't matter at all actually. And I can just shield again. I have alignment with it now, and I am going to be in a position where, we are going to have the Beedrill coming in. Beedrill is going to not enjoy the Rage Twist at all. The Rage Twist is going to do so much damage, but Beedrill is such a cool Pokemon to run right now in the Great League. It's a Pokemon that really needs kind of buff again, but again, I don't think they're going to really care too much about Beedrill. But as you can see here, we're going to be able to knock out the opponent. The Shadow team takes home a game again. That's the thing as well. I feel like I actually had some good success with this team here. I think this team wasn't bad at all. But I do think as well here that a lot of times when I played them, all of the wins are now on the basically the last few battles here. So yeah, we're going to have the Cost Combat up against the Greninja. They actually shield. I was fearing that they go for the no shield against the Rachus and then I'm not knocking them out. But I think they just want to align themselves, but they can't. I can go for the full farm down. And in comes the Charger Bug, which we can hit quite hard with our Pokemon here, with our Primeape. But what you see here is that I have a backline that is super weak against this Pokemon. So I go for the close combat here, doing a bit more damage and trying to knock them out here with Incinerate is not enough. They are 1 HP still left. And I could see that this is going to be an issue for later on. I have to go for the Flame Charge against the opponent's Claydol. Can we still get to a flying time? We cannot, which is awkward. They're going to knock me out now. But I feel like I'm fine. Because the opponent is at 1 HP with a Charger Bug, I should be just able to just stay in here with my Melamar, knock out the opponent here. I actually overfarm. I actually can go for 2 charge moves. That's also an idea. That's a bit risky though if the opponent can swap out. The opponent very likely could swap out. I try to catch the move and I think I just screw myself over here with that. I don't know why I did this. I have 2 foul plays stored now. I could have played so much smarter and so much safer. I have no idea why I tried to do that. I still win, but I nearly lost the game here for no reason because the opponent's Charger Bug had a move stored. If they tried to snipe me, they would have won the battle. And we can go back again here to the Shadow version of this team, where we will face the Altaria here against us. It's a Pokemon that's quite a bit tough for us to deal with, but let's see. We're going to have the boost onto our Primeape. But here, as we're the Shadow version, we're still going to do a little bit more damage with our Rachus compared to, what we would do with the Talonflame and the Incinerate. So, like, we're just gonna get to the spamminess moves here just so much faster, and I think we could even farm them down after this one if they want to use a shield here against us. But let's see what they're gonna do. They decide to use a shield, and so we can just farm them down here. Shield as well, we had plus, I think, 3 attack or something now at this point, and so we're in a position where you can go for the full farm down, have energy still stored, and in comes the Azumarill, which is one of the worst possible Pokemon for this team to play with. Azumarill is by far the hardest answer to this team, but still we were able to get some nice damage in here against them, and we tried to go for another charge move in time, but I didn't go for the foul play in time. This is a big mistake. I should have just went straight for it. I think I would have been able to reach it there. I don't know what I tried to do. And in comes now the Empoleon. I have no chance against this Pokemon anymore. Good game there. This was just a bit too tough. And here's the extra battle that I had with the non-shadow team here. So we have actually 6 battles for this one because, again, like the one day, like forfeiting after 5 seconds with a team that is clearly not designed to battle. It's a bit mad, but again, I kind of want to keep like all of the battles in here for this one. And again, if you want to see another video in this kind of style, let me know down below what type of video you want to see, like what kind of verses do you want to see. There are a lot of kind of ideas I still have, so yeah, definitely wait for them. Here I'm going to be able to go for a charge move against the opponent. The fly is coming through. This is going to allow us to knock them out. And in comes now the Primeape very soon. This is going to be the Azumarill up against us. And we have here now the shield coming up, as this is going to be very interesting. The Ice Beam is coming in. We can go for the Rage Twist spam. This is perfect. We are going to be able to get some nice damage up against them now. And we can try to go for another Rage Twist against the opponent as well, as we will see here. This is going to allow us to get some nice damage in. We have, we have here now another charge move coming through against the opponent. This is going to be fine. And we gotta try to do our best here to even get another Rage Twist off, but we can't. This is fine as well. The opponent goes for another Ice Beam with their Azumarill, but we have now still alignment, which is fine. But as you guys see here, they can farm us down, and with that, we're going to lose immediately. And that's going to be it for this video. Generally speaking, the Shadow version was definitely way better. There's nothing else I can really say about it. Still, non-Shadow can be helpful in certain situations, but for those Pokemon specifically, I think the Shadow versions are just worth building. And I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.